sees it. And the respect to big, I gotta seize it. And I hope you see me, cause these niggas don't want beef for my talents. They ain't fit for this green, they just eat the salad. You think because you avid, they just gonna let you have it. It's a lot to learning that my nigga need to access. It's the axis of the earth, at the birth. I found a new balance, and now I walk on water like I knew balance, just like a relative. Marijuana said it is. Got me thinking I should put a bomb right where the Senate is. Cause they corrupting the youth.
Now they got me thinking I should put a bomb right next to where the Senate is. Bro, so Joey just talking this shit now. Joey just talking this shit. Oh. Caesar salad. Goddamn. Yo, so I know this is irrelevant. I know this is irrelevant to the reaction. I might cut this out. But, so, the other night, this was literally the other night. I walk out. I'm in here just doing my thing. Haven, her boyfriend, my parents, they're all out there. Haven and her boyfriend were sitting at the dining room table, which is literally like, it's like to the right of this hall, right? The dining room table is literally that way. Haven's doing a project, and I walk out, and she just asked me out of nowhere, hey, what do you think of when you hear the term tossing salad? And so this is my little sister. Keep in mind, I'm like 18. She's like 15. And she's asking me this question. Now, I'm an 18-year-old boy. Man. And when she asked that, I was like, come again? You know, like, I was like making sure, like, she was asking that. Because, you know, if certain people ask you, like, these types of questions that you know the answer to, you want to make sure, you don't want to, you know what I mean? I didn't want to answer completely because it was her who was asking. So, I asked, like, what did you say? And then she repeated the question. And I was like, it's like some kind of dirty term. And that's all I knew. That's all I knew about the term tossing salad. That's all I knew. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know what it actually meant. I've heard it for years, and I knew it was some kind of like dirty sexual term. You know what I mean? And so, in the living room, which is like right next to the dining room as well. Like, you see this hall? You see this wall right here? Behind that is the living room. So, out of the living room, I just hear my dad and my mom like just like in shock. My dad's like laughing. My mom's like, "What?" You know what I mean? She's like, "How do you know that?" And my dad's just like busting out laughing because he knew he thought he knew the same thing. He knew the answer like I did. It was just a sexual term or a dirty term. Now, like I said, I didn't know specifically what it meant. So, and none of us really did. My dad was the only one who did. So, Haven decides to Google it. Keep in mind, her boyfriend is here. Her boyfriend is sitting in the dining room, like, across from her while she's Googling this. And then she just reads this Google, like, Urban Dictionary result. It was something about licking syrup out of the asshole. And I'm just, like, in complete disgust that she's, like, she read, like, I'm paraphrasing, but she pretty much read licking, like, syrup out of an asshole, like, to all of us. You know what I mean? And I'm just, like, in disgust. My dad is laughing. My mom's in shock, and her little boyfriend is just, like, he's not laughing because I don't think because Haven doesn't like seeing, like, that dirty, like, minded side of him, you know, but he's a boy, like, you know, so he's gonna, like, I think if Haven wasn't around, he would definitely laugh at that. So we're all in shock about that, right? And I'm completely disgusted out by this, because, like I said, I didn't know what it specifically meant. And so my mom's like, there's no way that's what that means. And keep in mind, my mom and my sister are kind of like the same person. Me and my dad are kind of like the same person. You know, we have, like, not, like, dirty minds, but, like, more adult-ish type of humor. Whereas my mom and sister are, like, very, like, clean-minded people. You know what I mean? So, my mom's, like, just in complete disbelief that tossing salad is what it means. You know what I mean? So, we call up our cousin. We call up our cousin Rick, and you know, me and my dad especially know he's kind of like a menace in a sense. So we call him up. We ask him, "Hey, what do you think of when you hear the term tossing salad?" And he kind of hesitated at first because he knew he was on like speakerphone, but my dad's like, "No, man, just honestly answer it." And so he does, and he gives the same response that like pretty much Haven read on the Google search. So my mom's like, "Ain't no way!" Like she's doing voice cracks, and she's just like completely in shock. My sister is like completely disgusted now. Me and my dad are just like tears in our eyes now at this point from this conversation. And then so he hangs up with Rick. And like it was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. After that, we called our other cousin Tara, who is a lady, but she does have kind of like a dirty sense of humor, like a dark sense of humor. And so we asked her the same question. And literally before she even answered, she did a little like a little like giggle. You know, basically like she knew what she was going to say and what she was thinking of when my dad asked, "What do you think of the term toss a salad?" And then she heard it, and now my mom is just like in complete shock. Haven's just like, "That's my cousin. That's disgusting to ask her." Oh, it was such an interesting night. And then what made that more interesting was the day before. Like this shit just happened this past weekend. So the day before, just that same day, we were out Christmas shopping in Target. We're out Christmas shopping at Target. And you know how Target like Super Target, they have like their little like dollar section. So there's Christmas decorations out right now, and there's some like little Christmas decorations for in the dollar section of Target. And there were these, I swear, like little sized trees. They were about like this big. But I swear to God, on my life, they look like butt plugs. I swear to God, they look like butt plugs. And when I finally found because I separated off. I was trying to find gifts for other people. You know, I got gifts down there. I definitely found that Kirby at Target. But besides the point. So I separated off. I found my parents and my sister and her boyfriend in the dollar section at Target. And my dad comes up to me when he finds me. He's like, hey son, come check this out. And when he says that, I'm just like, oh no, what the fuck is he about to show me? What is he about to show me? And then so he brings me over to the shelf with these little trees. And he's like, don't these look like butt plugs? And I just couldn't help but laugh, because they really did. They straight up look like butt plugs. And my sister's just like, what is wrong with y'all? And then there's two other shelves with little tree decorations that are a little bigger, but they still look like butt plugs. Like there's a medium-sized one, and then there's a bigger one. They were made out of like some like glass or something like that too. So my dad goes, "What, Haven? They're for different levels. This is for beginners," pointing at the little one. This one's for medium, pointing at like the medium-sized one, and then this one's for experts, pointing at like the large one, which was at least a foot, or not a foot, but like at least like 6 inches, maybe 8 inches. I don't know. It was a kind of lengthy. It was kind of a tall tree decoration. And so my sister's just in complete disgust. Me and my dad are just absolutely laughing. And Haven's boyfriend did kind of like give a little chuckle at the butt plugs thing compared to the tossing salad thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that happened while we were fucking grocery shopping at Target over the weekend. Man, that shit was funny as hell. I don't even know, like, this might not age well just because Haven might not be with her boyfriend by then. I'm assuming she will. They seem like they're in a good relationship. But I think in that weekend alone, he kind of got a sense of... Because he's been like with her for almost a month at this point. but he hasn't been like with us outside of the house. You know what I mean? So I think in that weekend alone, he got a taste of what our family is kind of like. He came over for Thanksgiving for sure, but like he was very quiet during Thanksgiving, and like people, we have these types of conversations like at any kind of family event. But yeah, man, that shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. Completely off topic from the track. I might make that a separate video. I may make that little story segment a separate video, maybe like a bonus video for you guys.